Happy Wednesday Wellness, everybody.
Woohoo! We're back.
We are here with our brand new pelvic floor therapist who
Yes.
just joined renting space from us. So just kind of joined the area and our crew. So she's practicing out of the same office that Jessica Crafton is in. This is Amanda Brennan.
Hi.
She is a pelvic floor OT,
Yep.
which is awesome. So she's going to talk a little bit about that, but mainly our focus today is going to be on potty training.
Potty training and what can go wrong and how to kind of go about it.
Yeah, so you see women, kids, and men.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
But obviously, we're hopefully talking about kids.
Talking
with
about the
potty.
kids, right? Yeah. I mean, if
Yep.
adults have problems too, we can
Sure.
help with that as well. But yeah, mostly going the kiddo route with today's
Talk. Okay.
talk. Yeah.
So how, like, what, like, how can you help with potty training, I guess, would be, like, I know when I was potty training my kids, I wasn't like, I should reach out to a pelvic floor therapist. Like, that wasn't even a thought.
So I would see you mostly if something is going wrong, but I want to do, we're just going to talk about like kind of child readiness and like sensory things that you need to be able to do to go potty training,
Okay.
to do potty training, like when, like good milestones to like show that a kid is ready.
Yeah.
Sometimes occupational therapy can help with like reaching those milestones to get yourself.
What are some of the
Ready for it.
milestones that, like, hey, kids are ready? Because I feel like sometimes parents are doing it too early.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel like
pretty
there's, like, an
common.
issue, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, when they can't
Just
catch
makes it a lot
on, it makes it a lot
harder, yeah.
longer.
Yes. There's a lot of, like a lot of potty training techniques that start really early.
Okay.
And sometimes those don't really like look at the child's actual physiological development.
Sure.
So we want to look that they can like understand like, hey, I do have to go.
Sure.
Hey, I am getting this sense, I'm feeling this is what it feels like when I go.
Okay.
That kind of thing. They have to know that first. It's pretty demanding on a kid to get potty trained.
Yeah.
So they have to be able to do that. They have to be able to walk to the bathroom or
Okay.
whatever way they get to the bathroom,
Okay.
whatever mobility they use. But they have to
Okay.
get to the bathroom. They have to manage their pants. They have to sit on the toilet. They have to relax their pelvic floor
Yeah.
to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Then they have to wipe. They have to clean up. They have to pull their pants back up and
Yeah.
leave the bathroom, wash their hands.
Right.
All that. So there's a lot to it.
Okay.
There's lots of steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever anything in that goes wrong, that's where we can kind of step in and say like, okay, what can we do about this?
Okay.
And then the class that I'm hosting at the end of the month, June 29th, that we're going to talk about like some of the issues that you might run into when you're potty training, especially like accidents.
Sure.
So like daytime accidents, nighttime accidents, when you've been like officially potty trained
And then it starts to happen.
and it starts to happen again. Like,
Yeah.
why is that happening? Can we figure out what's happening there? Can we figure out what we can do about it?
And I feel like I see that sometimes with kids that did it early. Like, oh, they're fine, and now all of a sudden, yeah, they're just peeing their pants at school or whatever.
And now they kind of know what's happening too, so
Yeah.
they can, like the kid
Right.
kind of knows what's happening.
Yeah.
So sometimes there would be some like avoidance, or they'll be withholding their poop or their pee.
Yeah.
And like, what can we do for that? Because a lot of times it is like a pelvic floor
Yeah.
thing that's
What
causing it.
would you say is, because we think of pelvic floor therapy, I'd say most of us for like postpartum is probably what most women are thinking
Yeah.
about it for. So like, people ask us all the time, why would a baby need to see a chiropractor? Like, why are like kids having issues with their pelvic floor already at
At like
3
or 4.
Yeah.
A lot of tension. Like our kids, I feel like our kids are getting more stressed
Okay.
earlier.
Okay.
Lots of anxiety, lots of nervous system
Yeah.
dysregulation. I know
Sure,
you
we
guys see
talk
a
about that
lot
all
of
the time.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, like their nervous systems just aren't feeling safe. So
Okay.
if their nervous systems aren't feeling safe, how are they supposed to sit on the toilet and go to the bathroom?
Yeah, they just don't even know how to relax. So their pelvic floor is just tight
Yeah.
from all that. Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like even with like nutrition and dietary changes that have kind of come about, like kids aren't getting adequate like hydration,
Yeah.
nutrition to like have good bowel
Bowel
movements.
movements. Yeah.
And then if you've had
Magnesium.
one,
Yeah.
if you've had one bad bowel movement and it hurt, then
They will
hold
withhold.
it.
Yeah,
they hold it
for sure.
forever.
Yeah.
And then they have to learn again, like, okay, how do I get this to happen? Like, how can
Yeah.
I get my body to let go and go?
Yeah, and I think kids are scared. I know mine were scared to go poop on the toilet. So it's like it'd be good to have a class to learn like how do you teach your kid and how to actually do that.
Yeah.
and not be scared because they're just like you think they just like why would you want to do that in a diaper? But that's like secure for them. It's all they know.
That's what they've known since
Yeah.
they were born.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And it's scary, and like some kids, a lot of kids will say like, that it's like a piece of their body
Yeah.
going into the toilet, and then it's flushed and it's gone, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
So
I didn't really think about
I remember
that.
my kids were like amazed that pee was like yellow sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
like oh, like they had no idea because they're just
Yeah.
going in a diaper.
Yeah, so they have no reason to know, right? Yeah, they have no reason to know, and to know like
so
how
funny.
I
much
know.
comes out.
Yeah.
So
Or like when
Yeah.
to maybe know like when you're done. I don't like kids are like so like I want to keep playing. That's like why they almost like always have accidents, right? But then I feel like they rush to go to the bathroom also. So is that like something you kind of teach them like how long you should sit there or?
yeah, like
Yeah.
talking about like techniques you can use to like teach them to empty all of the way.
Right.
'Cause otherwise kids, like you said, are like,
Yeah.
well, I got to get back to playing. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna bother with this.
Yeah, I don't think they probably a lot of them are probably not emptying all the way.
No, not at all.
Waiting for it.
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old. Well, she'll be 5 tomorrow. But she'll sometimes be like, okay, well, I tried. I'm like,
Yeah.
you pulled your pants down and sat for 1
Like,
second.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to sit for a second. We're going to breathe and like teach you.
Relax. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the class there'll be some good tips to how to go about starting potty training, or is it mostly like, hey, I've had difficulty with potty training with my kid, we're having these issues? Is that more of the class?
A little bit of both. I
Okay,
want to
okay.
definitely talk about like potty training, and I want to talk about like just some good like products you can use, like
Okay.
different like potty chairs and stuff,
Yeah,
potty
like
chair setups and like
Yeah.
good positioning and all that. So like something where their feet can be on the floor.
Okay.
They can like sit on a normal potty, I think is often better, just so they get used to like that idea. And talk a little bit about that, and then
Are you
again, kinda go
is
into-
this information for parents, or do you want kids to come to the
either
class?
is fine.
Okay.
It's going to be more geared towards like parents.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah,
Like
like
kids
teaching
do.
them how to teach their kids. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
but if you need to bring your kid, don't let that be a barrier to coming.
Sure.
Yeah,
we
so
know we have
for
toys
sure.
here.
Oh, yeah.
There's toys here.
exactly.
Yeah.
We can bring some, if I know kids are coming, I can get some like potty pages and we can color potty pages.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So
What,
lots of
um,
options.
I had another question. Shoot, what was it? Potty training. It's lost. It's gone.
Lots of constipation. We can talk about constipation. Kids are always
Yeah.
constipated. That's a big area that
Yeah,
pelvic
like, okay,
help-
like
pelvic
somewhat
rehab can help.
With,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And then you guys see kids with constipation and
Yep.
help like get their nervous system
Yeah.
feeling that was a spine.
Is that what you'd
get
say
their nervous
you
system regulated?
mostly see kids for pelvic floor therapy would be constipation?
I would say that's probably
Okay.
the biggest thing. It
Okay.
can really lead to issues with like accidents, especially at night.
Okay.
Yep.
If they're
Just the way that
constipated.
their anatomy is. I mean, how our anatomy is. If we're constipated, we're more likely to
Okay.
have issues. But they can't say that they're constipated.
Yeah, they don't know.
So-
Oh, I know what I was gonna ask. Do you have like a method you like to use? Like, you know, there's the one where you're like, you're naked at home for 3 days.
For potty
Bad
training.
for potty training?
No,
Yeah,
not
not you.
necessarily.
Okay. I don't know what the other ones are. I just know.
I know there's
I
the-
tried that and I was like, this isn't really working, and I got pull-ups. You know, I was like,
Yeah. There's tons of like tricks and stuff, and like I would never say like
One-
your way is wrong, and we'll
Right.
figure out like what your actual
Well, every kid's
goals are.
different, so it's probably
Every kid's so
that
different.
doesn't actually like work for everybody. I don't think.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
can talk about, we can like troubleshoot like different techniques and
Yeah.
stuff. I want to do whatever is going to fit into their lives the easiest
Okay.
is the biggest thing. So like figure out like what your goals are, and if there's like something like cultural that you would want to do differently than like
Yeah.
what I might want to do, we will acknowledge that and like figure out how to do it.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
yeah, just figure out what works for families and not trying to like change everything. Like if you can't have your kid be naked 3 days in a row, then
Right.
you can't have your
You
kid
need
be
to be
naked 3
naked.
days in a row. You know?
Or like I know because
Exactly.
I read that book and it was like you
Yeah.
do not bottom and pull-ups, and I was like, we need to put these kids in because they're crying for their diaper and like
Yeah, that's hard because then you don't want to like necessarily go backwards.
Yeah.
But like you also need your kid to go to the
bathroom,
bathroom.
right?
Yeah, you don't want them to get
So.
you don't want it to get worse. So
Yeah, and I had the issue where one wouldn't go in the potty and like hold poop all day. You know, we got through it, but it would have been nice to know, like, oh, here, there's someone I didn't know. I
Yeah,
honestly had
other
no idea
resources out
that
there.
there
Yeah.
were like pelvic floor therapists for kids that could help or would help with potty. I just I just had no idea.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, you don't know, and I didn't know either when I
Yeah,
potty trained my kid.
yeah,
Yeah,
So-
you wish you knew some
something.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else that everyone should know about for your class or
I think
this?
just-
Anything else you want to chat about? Do you have hours you're working here specifically?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be here Tuesdays.
Okay.
All day on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be actually up in Greenville on Thursdays.
Perfect.
If anybody's in that area. And then just kind of doing mobile practice. Other than that, like if you
Okay.
need me in your house, then
Yeah, that's
I'll
nice.
come to
How
your
do
house.
you want
and
people to contact you?
My phone number is on that flyer.
Cool.
But I'm also on your guys' page, and you can find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook.
Yeah, and your
or whatever.
We'll put
balanced
links
pelvic
after.
health.
Yeah,
Balanced pelvic
Pelvic
health and wellness.
Okay.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Amanda, yeah, we'll post your info.
Yeah.
underneath this.
Yeah, wanted to work with Jessica and her balanced babies, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to like be in this space and
Yeah.
be able to start seeing some people. So
Yes, we're so pumped to have you here.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
gonna
excited.
be such a good
Yeah.
fit.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So men, women, and children.
Okay.
Obviously, this class is geared towards the kiddos, but
Yeah,
down the
you're gonna
road
come
we're gonna
back
do
and chat about.
probably pregnancy, postpartum.
Pregnancy,
and then,
postpartum,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
kind of go from there. So
Great.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Stay
excited.
tuned for
so
that one.
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
message me if you
Yeah.
want to come to the class or if you
Okay,
have
yeah, that's how they
questions.
should. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So message, and if you can't, if you're one of our patients and you can't get a hold, like you can message us and we'll let her know.
Oh, yeah,
Give her
we'll
info,
connect you. Yep.
Yep.
To get you signed up for the class and all
Yeah.
that.
And my
But
phone's
it's
on
a
the flyer, too,
good
so-
opportunity. People should come. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if you haven't potty trained before, you had issues with your first kid, and you're nervous about doing it with your second. Like
Yeah.
it's a great place to get the resources. For it.
Absolutely, we'll do some Q&A.
It's daunting. I was like very like.
It's so daunting. It's so daunting.
I'd open that book and it'd be like, if you're not ready, don't do it, and I'd close it. Every time I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to
we're
support
not
them in
doing it
this.
yet.
Yeah.
No, not ready
Every
yet. But
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Well, yay.
we'll get ready. So
Okay.
I hope to see ya.
Yep. Wait. One more time. It's June 29th.
It's June 29th. It's a Saturday from 9:30 to 11.
All right, perfect.
The cost right now is $30, and that can be like a couple if you want to come with whoever else is going to be supporting you. Just
Okay.
$30 per
Couple. Or
like couple,
person.
family, person,
Perfect.
whatever.
All right.
Bring your
Awesome.
kids if you need to.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Yay.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.